guys, in this video I will be discussing part 4 of module 8, which is also related to thermodynamics. Okay, so all of my discussions here will be based on University Physics with Modern Physics 14th edition by Young and Friedman. So let's start the discussion of part 4 by discussing what is thermal expansion. So ang thermal expansion, guys, during change in temperature, a material could expand or compress. Okay, nagbabago yung size niya depende dun sa change of temperature. Pag tumataas yung temperature, humahaba din yung material. Ganun din sa volume. Pag tumataas ang temperature, lumalaki yung volume nung material. So, parang dito, ayan o, for moderate temperature changes, ayan. Ayan. From the initial temperature, tapos nag-add ng change, nagkaroon ng change in length, okay, nadagdagan. Pag volume expansion, ganun din. So, ang formula niya is delta L is equals to alpha LO or initial length times the change in temp. Okay? Delta L is the change in length, okay, times alpha. Ang alpha dito is yung coefficient of linear expansion. Ang LO dito is the original length at delta T. Ang volume expansion naman, ang change in volume ay equivalent sa beta, which is the coefficient of volume expansion, times the original volume and then change in temperature. Okay? At ang relationship ng alpha sa beta is beta is equivalent sa 3 alpha. Okay? So, ayan. So, meron tayong coefficient of linear expansion here ng different materials, chosen materials. At meron tayong coefficient of volume expansion here, okay, ng chosen materials. Okay. So, let's proceed to the example. Let's answer example number 1. Sabi niya dito, a surveyor uses a steel measuring tape that is exactly 50 meters long at a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. The markings on the tape are calibrated for this temperature, not 20 degrees Celsius. So, meron kang 50 meters long na measuring tape. What is the length of the tape when the temperature is 35 degrees? Okay. So, ang LO natin is 50 meters. At ang T final natin is 35 degrees Celsius. Ang TO natin is 20. Okay? Kung titingnan naman natin, ang alpha nito ng steel is equivalent sa 1.2 times 10 raised to negative 5. 1.2 times 10 raised to negative 5. Ang unit is K negative 1. Okay? K negative 1. Or per Kelvin. Okay? So, tama ba? Yeah. Okay. So, ang hinahanap nito is what is the length of the tape when the temperature. Okay, ang hinahanap is yung final. So, meron tayong formula na delta L is equals to LO alpha delta T. Tama ba? Alpha, okay. Okay. Now, ang delta L, alam natin dyan is final length minus initial is equals to LO alpha delta T. So, pwede nating ilipat LO plus LO alpha delta T, or L is equals to LO 1 plus alpha delta T. So, ang final length natin ay equivalent sa 50.0001 plus ang alpha natin is 1.2 times 10 raised to negative 5 per Kelvin, at ang delta T natin is 35 minus 20. Okay? So, ang final length natin is 50 times 1 plus 1.2 negative 5 times 30 ay sorry 35 minus 20. Ayan. So that is equivalent to 50 point, tama ba? 1 plus 1 ay sorry, kulang 1.2 ito, kulang 1.2. Ayan. Okay, so 50.009 meters. So ito yung actual length ng yan yung actual length ng measuring steel, okay? Ngayon, sa letter B naman, sabi niya, when it is 35 degrees, the surveyor, okay. So, parang napansin nyo, no, 35 degrees, humaba yung measuring steel. So, kahit na 50 meters, ang reading niya is 50 meters, pero, ang pag-measure niya is 50.009 na pala. Okay? Ulitin natin. Yung naka-indicate na measure niya is 50 meters, pero ang totoong measurement, yung actual na measurement ay 50.009. Ngayon, sa letter B, when it is 35 degrees, the surveyor uses the tape to measure a distance. The value that she reads off the tape is 35.794 meters. Okay? 35.794 meters. What is the actual distance? So, yung katulad kanina, yung 50 meters, ito yung nandoon sa reading. Pero ang actual niya is 50.009. So ang nasa reading is LO, okay? Kunin natin yung actual. So L, ganun pa din yung formula, 35.794 meters times 1 plus 1.2 times 10 raised to negative 5 over K times 35 minus 20. Okay, parehas lang. Ito yung actual, ito yung reading. Okay, ito yung actual measurement. Kasi mas mahaba siya. Okay? Okay. So, papalitan lang natin to ng 35.794. Okay. So, ang actual measurement pala or actual distance is 35.800 meters. Okay? Ayan. So, that is how you answer example number 1. Okay. Let's proceed to example number 2. A 200 centimeter cube glass flask is filled to the brim with mercury at 20 degrees Celsius. How much mercury overflows when the temperature of the system is raised to 100 degrees Celsius? The coefficient of linear expansion of the glass is 0.40. Okay. So, meron kang coefficient of linear expansion na 0.40 times 10 raised to negative 5 over Kelvin. Ito yung glass. Okay. And then, mercury. Ang beta ng mercury is ayun, 18. Okay. 18 times 10 raised to negative 5 over Kelvin. Excuse me. Okay. Para malaman natin kung ano yung nag-overflow, syempre, ang kukunin natin is yung overflow eh. So, mas madami na yung mercury. Kasi tama nga naman, mas mag-e-expand yung mercury dahil mas mataas yung beta niya kesa sa glass, 'di ba? Yung glass ito lang 2.7. So mas mabilis siyang mag-expand yung mercury. So yung volume ng mercury, yung change ng volume ng mercury, i-minus mo dun sa change ng volume ng glass. Okay, pares kasi lang mag-expand dahil nga pares na nag-undergo ng heat. Okay? So ang change ng volume ng mercury ay VO beta Hg delta T minus VO Okay? Beta ay 3 alpha kasi 'di ba ang beta ay 3 alpha. Okay? So 3 alpha ng glass delta T. Okay? Ito common, pares silang 200 centimeter cube. Ito common, okay? So ilabas natin. So VO delta T times B minus 3 alpha. Okay? So ang VO natin is equivalent sa 200 centimeter cube. Ang delta T natin is 100 minus 20. And then beta is 18 times 10 raised to negative 5 minus 3 times 0.4 times 10 raised to negative 5. Okay. So, ang nag-overflow is 200 times 100 minus 20 times 18 exponent negative 5 minus 3 0.4 exponent negative 5. Okay. May nag-overflow na 2.688 centimeter cube. Okay. Nag-overflow yan. Okay? So, that is how you answer example number 2. Okay. So, let's proceed to the next topic, which is thermal stress. Okay. Dahil ang mga bagay or ang mga material, some of the materials ay nag-expand due to heat, so, hindi natin maiiwasan yung thermal stress, diba? So, ang formula ng thermal stress is force over area, that is stress, okay, is equals to Young's modulus ng material and then alpha ng material or the coefficient of linear expansion and then the change of temperature. Okay? Etong Young's modulus ay given, okay? Given or property siya. So, depende yan sa material. Katulad ng coefficient of linear expansion. So, memorize the formula. And then, let's proceed to example number 3. An aluminum cylinder 10 cm long with cross-sectional area of 20 cm squared is used as a spacer between two steel walls. Okay, merong steel walls, eto. At merong aluminum cylinder. Okay. In between, ito is aluminum, ito ay steel. Ito ay steel. Okay. Spacer. At 17.2, it just slips. Okay, kapag 17.2 maluwag, kaya niyang saktong-sakto lang. Calculate the stress in the cylinder and the total force it exerts. So, 10 cm to in this time. And the total force it exerts on each wall when it warms 22.3, assuming that the walls are perfectly rigid and a constant distance apart. Okay. So, force over area. Okay. Okay. And then, alpha, ano na yung formula? Y modulus, alpha ng aluminum. Yung aluminum lang ang titingnan natin dito ha. Kasi yung steel naman, kung mag-e-expand siya pahaba, hindi naman pausog, okay? Alpha and then delta T. Okay? So, ang stress, hanapin natin yung Young's modulus ng steel ay ng Young's modulus ng aluminum. Okay, that is equivalent sa Young's modulus ng aluminum is ito, Young's modulus. Ito. 69. Tama ba? Okay, tingnan na lang natin sa book. Sa book, ang Young's modulus niya is sa book, table 11 Chapter 11.1. Tignan natin sa book yung Young's modulus niya. Chapter aluminum is 7 times 10 raised to 10 Pascal. Okay? 7 times 10 raised to 10 Pascal. Okay? So, ang Young's modulus niya ay 7.0 times 10 raised to 10 Pascal. Okay? So, 7.0 times 10 raised to 10 Pascal, aluminum. Tapos, ang alpha ng aluminum is, ang alpha ng aluminum is 2.4 times 10 raised to negative 5. 2.4 times 10 raised to negative 5 Kelvin over Kelvin. Ang delta T is 22.3 minus 17.2. Okay. So, ang stress niya is 7, 7 times 10. Okay. 2.4 negative 5 raised to negative 5, and then 22.3 minus 17.2. Okay, so ang stress niya is 8568000 Pascal or 8568 kilopascal. Okay, dahil 2 decimal place naman, ay 2 significant figure naman. This is 8.6 times 10, 1, 2, 3, 3 kilopascal. Okay? And then, assuming that the was, okay, ang hinahanap is stress and the force. Okay. The force it exerts in the wall. Okay. So, kung meron tayong stress at hinahanap natin ang force, okay, force over area. So, F is equals to stress times area. So, F is equals to, ang stress natin ay 8.6 times 10 raised to 3 kilopascal. At ang area natin dapat ay nasa meter squared. Okay. 20 centimeters squared. 20 centimeters squared times, convert natin sa meters. Meron tayong 100 centimeter sa 1 meters. Okay. So, F times 20 times 1 over 100 squared. So, ang sagot dito is, ang force niya is 1.7 times 10, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 kilo Newton. Okay? So, this is our final answer. Okay? Oops, nawala yung calculator natin. Okay, so let's proceed to the next. Ayan. So, next naman is the quantity of heat. Okay. Q, or the quantity of heat required to change temperature of a certain mass is equal to the mass of the material, the specific heat, and the change of temperature. So, solve that. I-apply natin yan sa example number 4. During about with the flu, an 80 kilogram man ran a fever of 39 degrees Celsius instead of the normal body temperature of 37. Assuming that the human body is mostly water, how much heat is required to raise his temperature by that amount? Okay. So, Q is equals to MC delta T. Ano daw yung how much heat is required to raise? So, meron tayong mass na 80 kilogram. Okay. Ang C, sabi niya, assuming is mostly water. So, hanapin natin yung C. C ng water. Specific heat ng water. Okay. Hanapin natin ang specific heat ng water. puntahan nyo lang yung libro nyo always para malaman nyo yung mga constants na kailangan nating tandaan. Okay? Ang C ng water is, ayan o, 4.19 kilojoule. Okay. Sige. 4.19 kilojoule. 4.19 kilojoule, kilogram, Kelvin. And then, okay. And then, delta T na 39 minus 37. Okay. So, 80 times 4.19 times 39 minus 37. Okay. So, ang Q natin here is 670.4 kilojoules. Okay. So, that is the amount of heat needed to raise the body temperature from 37 to 39 degrees. Okay. So, now let's proceed to the next. Ayan. Next example. You are designing an electronic circuit element made of 23 milligram of silicon. The electric current through it adds energy at a rate of 7.4 megawatts. Okay. Joule per second. If your design doesn't allow any heat transfer out of the element, at what rate does its temperature increase? The specific heat of silicon is 705. Okay. At what rate does the temperature increase? So, ang given natin is rate Q dot MC delta T. Okay. Ang given, ito, meron tayong mass, 23 mg of silicon. Meron tayong C. Okay. Ang hinahanap is yung rate ng dt over dt. Rate of temperature out of iris with respect to time. So, dq over dt over mc. Okay? So, dt over dt. So, meron tayong 7.4 times 10 negative 3 joule per second. Ang m natin is naka-milligram. So, dapat i-convert natin siya sa kilogram. 23 milligram. Meron tayong 1,000 milligram sa 1 gram. Okay. And then, ang specific ay 705 joule. Milligram sa 1 gram. Okay. And then, meron tayong 1,000 gram tama ba? Sa 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. Okay. So, dito is 705 joule kilogram Kelvin. Okay. Ang magka-cancel is the joule, the kilogram, okay, the grams, and then the milligram. Meron tayong Kelvin per second. Okay. So, this is equivalent sa 7.4 exponent negative 3. Okay. And then 23 times 1 over 1,000 times 1 over 1,000 times 705. Okay. So, ang change of temperature ay 0.456 Kelvin per second. Okay? So, ayan. Okay. So, kung titingnan natin ang significant figure, that is 0.46 Kelvin per second. Okay, so, this is the final answer. And thank you very much for watching, guys.